All right.
Here
we are at our neighbors. Our neighbors right here at the Dam Gym right next to us.
Right.
We got the Aaron and Austin live at the lodge right here. And tell us your radio station.
It's Cowboys and Indians.
Heck yeah.
Right now. Right, that's what we're doing. We got the TP. They have KWLS.
We got the Rolling Ranch.
The Rolling Ranch.
And the dance floor.
Yeah.
And you put the corral around the dance floor. It's beautiful.
And the Longhorns.
And the Longhorns.
What's the Longhorns?
The Longhorns.
The big giant bulls.
Oh, you guys are bringing
we
bulls
got
on?
bulls
That'd be nice
coming?
if we did.
They
that.
wouldn't let us. They said the animal rights people wouldn't like them pinned up.
Stupid ASPCA.
Or maybe a bull in the pin right in the middle of a concert. Not maybe the greatest.
That'd be great.
I think it'd be awesome.
Run of the bull.
Around a bunch of drunks, someone's letting that motherfucker out. Now we're having a weird day.
Now that's an event.
Now it's an event. Last one standing. Now you're in the VIP section. You get to meet everybody.
Turn him loose in the pit.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Well, if the animal rights people are going to be mad about him being cooped up, let's set him free.
Heck yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah, that way a semi runs over him.
Yeah.
Plenty of pasture out here.
And it actually turned out to be a pretty beautiful day after we had this
Oh,
rain.
man, it's an amazing day.
Compared to what it's been the last couple of days, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah, we set up this teepee in the heat. He watched us sweat our ass off yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you remember last year?
No,
we weren't. This is our first year
at
at the Dam Jam. So
115 degree heat index.
Jesus.
No way.
Hard pass.
Underneath the El Dorado Dam.
I couldn't do it.
So July's a great month for
This is
festivals.
beautiful.
You know, considering that this is July, dude, I am not complaining about today at all.
No, not at all.
Even like last couple days, it's been kind of hot, but it's typical July. You know, we're supposed to be really hot. You know, but I'm not complaining at all.
No.
Lord,
It's
Lord's
easy, like you guys
smiling
know,
on
it's
us.
easy on your fucking equipment when it's not out here fucking just scorching.
Yeah, Jesus.
God,
And it's easier on us bigger guys too.
Yeah, no
right.
shit.
Yeah.
So
Freezing the
run us
fire
down.
right now.
What I want on tape what you were running us down. What's the best way to try to get enough bandwidth to go live out here?
Well,
and how you were solving that problem.
Well, you know, you got
talk
plenty
about
of room. You could probably put you an external antenna up on top of the teepee.
We'll just make one of these poles.
So what's an external antenna do? Does that branch off the Wi-Fi service that's already out here, or
No, it actually connects because I've got one of those little portable MiFi boxes. And
okay, explain.
it's
Keep
basically
telling.
like
I'm dumb.
a
Tell me
phone.
about it.
It's basically like a phone. It's just straight internet. That's all it is.
Okay.
It's
and
got
you
its
pay
own-
for a service on it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so
it's
we need
got
to
its
do
own.
that.
It's got its own
Yeah,
phone number.
that's what we need.
Yeah, just go to AT&T, man. Have them hook you up with a mobile hotspot.
Yeah.
I vote for smoke signals
That too.
Yeah, right?
out of the teepee.
Hell, you
Yeah.
got the teepee
Well,
for
yes.
it. Why the hell not?
We're already halfway there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, for real. I can't believe, even though being my first time erecting a real teepee, like I can't believe they light fires in here.
No, you can.
Yeah, they put fire. They like put a fire in the middle. of these things.
You
I mean, if it's cold as fuck, I get it,
You
but
can't make a
shit.
bonfire. You know, you don't make it like.
Just make sure that sun bitch
Don't
is right
make
in
it
the
a
middle.
huge fire.
I know, but I suck at like making just a little small fire. I like to make a fucking big bonfire burn this.
You got that crazy white guy fire, like burn all the wood at one time. Let's
Yeah,
go. Let's
a
go.
little
know-
bit, a little bit.
As odd as it may sound, as firefighters, we know how to start fires.
I'm with you.
So with a mobile hotspot and a little antenna, you were able to solve this problem.
Yes, I can take that mobile hotspot anywhere in the state of Kansas and have absolutely zero problems whatsoever.
Really? Yeah.
Because the
Fuck, we gotta
software,
do that.
the normal OBS software that I use, I was having issues with it because I was inside a metal building,
Oh wow.
and so I stuck that external antenna on a door frame like I was telling you outside, and nothing. I was having
See, I
no
love
issues
learning shit.
whatsoever.
Yeah, we'll have to.
So yeah, get with me sometime and I'll show you what I use.
Yeah, well, we'll have
So-
to fucking make it work.
So KWLS. Tell me about your station.
Yeah, tell me about what you guys do
You
with
guys
it.
have General Ben.
Gentle Ben. Yeah,
Gentle Ben.
Yeah,
he,
he's here.
All right.
he-
So
Well, not here, but he's with us.
so he sings in.
he's our old man with the whiskers.
Yep, and he sings in the Sons of the Fort.
Yes.
And
Boys of the Fort.
I've played drums with General Ben.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he
Been in radio 35 years.
Yeah, he's a super cool
Yes.
guy. And Colby Erickson. You guys know?
Yeah.
Is he on the team or is he just a supporter?
No, Colby is with
Colby.
My Town Media.
Okay.
So with the
So
competitor.
he's a supporter of you
Murph-
guys, though.
Murph-
competitor.
No.
Not any longer.
Okay.
He's
Not
with
any
35
longer.
South.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
We're
enough.
we're the only country station that knows which end of the cow the manure comes out of.
The big giant butthole.
We're really
that one, that side. That right.
locally owned. My wife and I own it,
Excellent.
100%.
Excellent.
So
Nice. How long have you guys owned the radio station?
about 6 years.
Nice, man. Way to keep it going.
And Mike, you also are in stockyards.
Yeah, we farm and ranch, and then semi-retired, and
You don't look like a guy, that's going to retire to me.
Got into radio and built the stockyards for so we could have our own music venue.
And that's a really cool venue. If you
Thanks.
I've heard a lot of great things about it.
It's a cool venue.
We've had a lot of great acts there. Biggest dance floor in the state and best.
Is it really the biggest dance floor in the state?
3,000
I think it's the biggest.
That's
biggest dance floor in 3 states.
It's a big barn.
Let's pump it up.
Amazing.
It's a
Big
big
giant
barn.
barn, yeah. It's the biggest dance floor where people don't stand around and thumb themselves.
Yeah. Well,
I won't mention what business does that.
People walk in and say,
You
"This."
can't. It's a podcast. Well, fucking.
That's true.
Club
radio.
Yeah. See, this is a podcast. That's so. I love radio, and I grew up wanting to be in radio. So I love.
Nobody watches this anyway. It's
My dream was to be on the radio when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So like, podcast gave me the door to
Living the dream.
jump the gatekeepers and be able to say whatever the fuck.
My
I want.
dream was to own a radio when I was a kid.
Wow,
Just
you-
a radio.
You thought bigger.
Just
than
a
I did.
radio.
Oh,
No, just
to
a
own
radio.
A radio.
Actually, own a radio.
I was like, man, you wanted to own a radio station, and you got there. That's pretty cool.
The only radios we had were on the tractor fender of some guy you were working for.
There you go.
We didn't own any radios.
Shit, I worked a lot of years in a truck with no fucking radio in it, man. Whew. But
So yeah, we play a lot of the classic country.
And the new stuff.
And some of the new stuff, yeah. Some of this newer stuff that comes out of Nashville, in my opinion, kind of sucks.
It does.
Well,
It's pop country.
pop country.
That's what I country.
I hear that term a lot, and it does not come with a lot of positive vibes.
All right. So back in the day, you used to have what we called a 7-year itch. In the radio industry, it was 7 years, and country would follow this rock to pop. Every 7 years, it went like 7 years of rock country to 7 years of pop country.
Yeah.
And that's how it was. Now it's all blown up, so in your face, it's all there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Our good young guys that we absolutely love are like Aaron Watson,
Yep.
Cody Johnson, Cole Swindell.
There's
The
still, no
real
matter
guys.
what, there's still
The
great
real
musicians.
guys.
There's great musicians out there no matter what.
Yeah.
Then sometimes it takes them a little longer to get noticed than it should, but they've usually come through.
And-
usually when the real talented ones.
And I'm saying our proximity to Oklahoma lends us into the red dirt kind of vibe.
Oklahoma, and
Absolutely.
Texas,
that happens, and that's some good country.
So what kind of reach
That's
do you
good
get with your
country.
radio station? And how do you dictate
Well, it
that
depends on
part
where you're
to it?
at.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
how does that work? Like can you how, is it just based on what your hardware is at your radio station, or
Well,
I don't know. School me on those logistics.
Where the transmitter
You
is,
have a
basically.
signal.
But-
You have a signal, and your signal is allowed to be so powerful, and your signal is allowed to go so far.
So many.
Is that
It's
based on what you pay
It's
for,
all
or what-
regulated by that
FCC.
fucker
FCC.
CC.
Yeah, the ones that we don't do business with.
Yeah.
Podcasts are great. Fuck those guys.
Bypass those guys easy. Yeah.
But
Do you
we,
guys have to deal with them a lot when you're doing radio
Well,
stations?
terrestrial radio.
we have never talked to FCC
Oh well, that's good.
in 6 years.
Really, really.
They say that's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
So you kind of based on your reach on what they let you have, kind of, or what?
Yeah,
I mean, pretty much.
You have to, and we want to increase our signal. We'd love to go to 150,000 watts,
Wouldn't you? Yeah.
but
Boom.
you.
And so
you
what's
have
that mean? What watts are you running now?
50,000.
50,000.
But terrestrial radio doesn't. The numbers don't compute to your signal. So if you got 50,000 watts, you can have about a 30-mile radius around that 50,000.
Okay.
You go to 100,000, you gain 5 miles. That's
Really?
it.
What?
Yeah, you don't.
Wow.
That
You lose power. Power doesn't equate to.
Yeah, like the longer
Yeah.
it's like the
Larger.
longer the cord. I mean, situation
Yeah.
on a dumber scale. I mean,
Yeah.
the longer the cord, the slower it is.
But it seems like it's cost prohibitive to go much further. You know what I mean? Like
Well, do you eventually get like
you have
backing
to
from other
find
radio
your
stations to help you
little way.
like put it around? I mean, I don't know how that
Well,
works.
we've pursued buying several other signals, and it just hasn't worked out.
Nice.
You know,
I've always just kind of sorry, I'm picking your brain. I've always wanted to kind of know how this works.
Yeah, no, it's
corporate radio will sneak in and try to outbid you.
Yeah.
You know, is that Clear
'Cause
Channel
they-
Radio basically? Aren't they the ones that own everything?
Clear Channel.
iHeart,
Well, here
Odyssey.
Because I always felt like Clear Channel Radio owned like every radio station in Wichita.
Well,
Yeah.
Smurfin.
Yeah, but what you
Smurfin
say-
Media is the
iHeart's
one
right
that come
there.
in and bought 5 stations.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh wow.
Smurfin Media, I call it Smurfin Media.
Smurfing.
Yeah, well, that's interesting, man. The ins and outs of a radio
But
station.
we've done well. We have a lot of interaction, all live DJs, and call in. You can actually call and request songs. You can call and say, I want to tell my mom happy birthday. I want to tell my wife happy anniversary.
So you guys are still pretty active with your fan base.
We're like radio was
Yeah.
30 years
So
ago.
someone could
That's
call.
what I'm
Someone
saying.
could call your
That's the
station, and
old school
most of the
throwback.
time they're going to
I
get
like
somebody.
it.
Yeah.
We're
That's
going to
nice.
answer.
I like that.
And sometimes
Nice.
I
I like
answer,
that.
and sometimes my wife answers,
Yeah,
the
I love
owners.
that. I love that.
And we love our listeners. And
Yeah, well, shout out to
and,
your listeners.
our ratings are up 600%, and every other station is down tremendously.
Well, you
I
gotta
mean,
be
re-
happy about that.
Radio is radio these days. and I
Well,
think you're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Staying in
these-
touch with your fan base.
You get these corporate radio stations that come in and then they hire DJs from out of state
They stream.
Right.
to record their
They
local
stream.
shows.
Yeah, and it's
They're fake.
and
Fake
it
radio.
is. Yeah, it is fake radio to me.
It's fake.
It's fake radio.
It comes out of Phoenix or it comes out of Indianapolis.
It's
or-
pre-recorded shit.
And it's syndicated all over the place.
And
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
400
You might even get the
stations.
shit from yesterday.
It is a show you
and
pick up
sometimes.
and-
So,
There's 400 stations playing the same song on all 400 stations
yeah,
at
that's
the same time.
that's. I mean, that's not a.
It's all about the people.
I think that you're
It
doing it.
should be.
I'd
It
like
should
to
be.
see
And
that
I
you're
think
doing.
you're right. I
I like
think
to
you're
see
right.
that you're doing it the right way, in my opinion.
should
What
be
radio?
about the
The kind of radio I
Well, we
wanted to be a
just-
part of as a kid is what you're doing.
Well, basically my idea was to copy the gorilla in the room who was in Wichita for many, many years, locally owned, the old KFDI.
KFDI.
Yeah, back when KFDI was actually good.
They had an 80% share.
I mean, they were a huge.
80%
they
share.
I mean, they were the one you
Unbelievable.
listened to for the storms and everything. They
Everything.
broadcasted all over the
It's
fucking
funny you
place.
talk about that.
I mean, people loved them. You know, they had a lot of cool stuff like Cracker Barrel Time call-in show, you know, and Jerry Clower at noon. You know, funny if you know Jerry Clower, he's a hoot.
I
Was
don't
a
know Paul
was a
Harvey.
hoot. Paul Harvey.
Yeah, I know Paul Harvey. I like it. I
And
love Paul Harvey.
we
so.
brought all that stuff. We brought back a song of inspiration. We have gospel. We have our own gospel programming on Saturday or Sunday mornings.
Beautiful.
And people love the stuff that they corporate threw away. I mean,
Yeah.
people stream us everywhere.
That's why podcasts and shit started taking over radio because it's more of like
because
Yeah.
radio got
It's-
too corporate. Radio
it's,
got too
we're
corporate.
still basically
Straight
doing
up.
the same thing that you're doing. It's
Yeah.
just more of a more intimate conversation with your fan base, and more connected with your fan base. So it's
you could put our show on your radio. You'd have to
Yeah.
edit out a lot. You'd have to edit out like,
It'd just be beep, 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 beep.
we could clean it up for 20 minutes. I don't know how long segments you're gonna give me.
Somebody would think it's more signal going on.
So what do you mean? What do you mean by the weather? What?
Well, like when they had their mobile units, they don't have those anymore.
They don't even do that anymore.
No.
Damn,
They haven't done that
I mean,
for
they
a
were the
couple years.
they were the
No, less
go-to
within 5
They were
years
the
at least.
go-to for weather,
That's
man. You were
crazy.
when
Well,
we were
it-
younger, you'd hunker down in your basement, turn
John
on KFDI,
Wright.
and see, make sure your house won't get torn.
John
up.
Wright was going to tell you where the tornado was coming.
Fuck yeah.
But that costs money, and that's less money going back to the corporate headquarters.
So
So
can that
just like here at Dam Jam,
Yeah.
where are they at? Where are they at? Where's all the other radio stations?
Right.
No, they're not.
Not
Just
either.
it's you
They're
guys and us,
no-shows.
right?
Is you
There
guys
are no
know?
shows.
There's a station from Hutch they got a booth set up, but there ain't nobody over there.
Oh, really?
No, there ain't
Really?
nobody.
Really?
I told my wife all these events we want to be part of the community, and
That's
every
us.
event we want to be the first there and the last to leave.
We might
That's
be a
gonna
small
be us,
radio
too.
station, but our footprint's going to be huge.
Well, and to me, you guys care about your listeners. That's
Yeah.
what works.
Yeah.
I mean, when you just give a shit, that means a ton to people.
That's a big
People
step.
say-
It's a big step.
When you're authentic,
Yeah.
when you're authentic in anything you do is when it works, and
Yeah.
most times. I mean,
And the tie-in of the stockyards is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because we bring country music events, we bring local acts, we promote everybody. Just like this Thai kid that was just up there.
Yeah.
The kid sounds good to me from Georgia. I'm going to try to hook up with him and say, hey, you're going through the Midwest. Put us down to come play at our place.
yeah, and anytime you guys,
He was good too.
anytime you guys
Yeah.
have a country artist you want to promote, and you're doing it yourself too, don't feel free to get with Aaron and Austin show if they're around.
Yeah.
We'll do a fucking interview.
Yeah.
Well, anything you guys need, okay? I believe that a rising tide floats all boats.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And in Wichita,
Yeah.
we need that. We need that tide to rise.
Mhm. And we're trying to break more into the country market too, because it's a big,
Why
it's a
don't
big
you,
market here. So,
I'm ready to get it going.
I want to invite you guys to something new that
Let's
was going to
go.
happen.
oh, here we go. Here we go. This is what-
Nafsker Park. Nafsker Park.
Yeah, we know exactly
I
where
know-
it is.
I know
We got
exactly
Nafsker Park for the Zach Bryan pre-show.
where. Excellent.
That's on a Sunday. Zach Bryan is
Excellent.
sold out. That
Yeah.
kid is.
He's
hotter than a
hot right
firecracker.
now. He's hot right now. Yeah.
We invite you guys to come do a live
Let's
podcast
go.
from Nafsker
Let's
Park.
do it.
And I'll
Let's do
even
it.
bring my AT&T box with me.
In Wichita, we probably wouldn't need it. I don't think. Maybe.
I'm not bringing the teepee. I'm not bringing the teepee.
We'll get our own.
Oh, dude, that
too
TV would be
much.
badass in Masker Park.
It's too much, man. It's too much.
You know, erecting it
But-
really wasn't as crazy, but and he
Well-
watches fumble fuck around with it. But getting it out here is the bitch.
Yeah.
Like towing it everywhere is more of the problem.
Those are what,
But-
15,
but
18
I
foot
will-
tall?
Oh, that's
I'll be
20
there.
fucking
I'll be there.
Some of them are like 27 feet long.
Oh, snap.
We're gonna
There's
have
20 of them.
No, okay. Yeah, well, that might be a pain in the ass.
This is insane.
Well, I mean, we have this. You know that if you saw that pavilion, that little pavilion that we have just next door, right?
Yeah.
There, so we use that on some of them. So,
Nice.
but this one they like let us come out here for 3 days. We had a whole day to prepare in advance.
Oh, okay.
So we're like, let's see if we can erect this fucking TV.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would tell you how it happened. Okay, we were,
And the truth comes out.
We had Jason Wynn, who's
I don't know if you guys
part
have
of
dealt
the-
with him out here. At night.
Oh yeah,
He-
known
he-
Jason
yeah,
for years.
Yeah.
So Jason Wynn was on our podcast promoting Damn Jam, and it came up that like, hey, if you guys want to do this, let's go.
Well, we were talking about doing the Small Roots Festival that we were just at,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he was like,
yeah.
"Why don't you guys come to Damn Jam?" We're like,
Hell yeah.
hell yeah!"
And I don't know how the damn teepee came up, but we were drunkenly talked into. We drunkenly said, "Yeah, we'll bring a teepee.
We got this.
Great idea. Great idea." Oh man,
but it
It's,
worked out all right.
it's way better than up on stage. They say, go to the podcast at that tent.
Yeah.
But they could say, go to the teepee.
the
Yeah.
one teepee is
One
here. The
teepee.
one teepee.
You
Let's
can't
go.
miss it.
And we're taking selfies
buddy.
here.
Here's a- Hey guys.
So yeah, so if you guys ever have like an artist that or anything you'd like to promote, kick them our way, man. We'll give them an interview too.
I really appreciate you
We
guys
love
being
doing that
here.
shit.
This is
But
cool.
show up to Nafsker Park. I mean, we're going to have
Yeah.
a big party.
Let's go.
We're going to have a line dance contest. We're going to have a mechanical bull. We're going to have a real bull there.
When is that?
That's some
When is
bullshit.
that? Do you know?
That's on the last Sunday,
real
I believe,
bullshit
in
right there.
August
Okay. All
at Nafsker Park. Let's pack the
We'll
place.
I'll
Let's
I'll
go.
start
Let's
following
do
your
it. Let's do
Facebook
it.
pages. Who controls your social media?
Miss
Let's see.
Miss Tina.
Okay.
Miss Tina.
And
All right.
Dana does
She
a little
controls. She controls. That lady controls everything, including me for 44 years.
And you guys have
There
you
you
guys have a Facebook page and
Yeah.
everything. Okay,
Absolutely,
I'll get with
yeah.
it and we'll stay in
Yeah.
touch. I'd love to work with you guys.
okay?
It's nice meeting
you
people.
guys are
It's nice
great.
meeting cool ass people sitting right next to us at the Damn Jam.
So how do we find it? How do we support what you guys do?
Listen to the radio station.
Listen to the radio.
Listen to the radio. Listen to the
107.9. That's right.
107.9.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
on
check
on
it
Saturday
out.
mornings from 8 to noon. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
there's your
Eight to
show.
noon.
yeah.
Nice. What's your show about? What's
I just play great country music.
You
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
DJ it? Nice. And do you take requests too? Do all your-
Yeah.
The good
Nice.
stuff.
See, that's a really lost art. Before we get off this,
is.
like being able to call in and actually get a radio station to play a song, like within a certain amount of time of when you called in.
Yeah.
That was a cool thing. I felt really cool when that happened.
I usually,
Well,
I usually
and,
take a
That was like early 90s for me.
Yeah.
And
Me
when
too.
they,
Me too.
about, like last time I did that.
And I figured out this bit, what makes people really love it. We cut a voice track with them requesting it, so they 10
Oh,
minutes.
so,
We're
yeah.
10-minute
There you
delay.
go. That's
They
great.
get to hear themselves on the radio, and
Oh,
they
that-
call all their friends.
And that's
Turn it
beautiful.
to 107.9.
That's great.
See,
I'm going to be on the
great.
radio, Mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect,
Yeah.
dude. I like it. That's my kind of
Okay.
radio. That takes me back to the radio that I wanted to be a part
I
of.
like getting kids on the radio too because they enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
yeah,
Because when someone's like, it's just the same as like someone requesting a song and you hear it in 30 minutes. You're like, yeah, that's that song I requested.
That song's
Now
for
they-
me.
Yeah, and then you guys put their
voice on.
Voice on it. I mean, that's just a cool.
And then
like,
that's how they keep calling back.
Yeah.
That's how you get your repeat
That's super
listening.
yeah,
cool.
yeah. When you give a shit again, when you give a shit about your listeners.
That's right.
So check out 107.9, guys. These guys are nothing but cool. We're gonna be sitting right next to them for the Damn
Thank you
Jam all
thank
day.
you guys for
And
coming
then,
up. You guys are coming up.
and then
I
let's-
appreciate you guys.
Let's be sure and everybody check you guys out and tune in on the podcast.
Yeah, tune into
all
the
over
Aaron
the
Nelson Show.
world,
Yeah,
all over the
heck
world
yeah.
from Nafsker Park.
We'd love to come in.
well,
for that.
we'll interview-
We will be there.
Yeah,
We'll
so we
interview
can-
a real bull.
Yeah,
We'll make
speaking
it
of all over the world, you can download the TuneIn app and you can listen to us that way too.
Tune
There
in,
you go.
Tune in,
There you go.
Tune in radio.
I love
That's
how it's
great.
easy to get
And-
able
yeah.
to get any
And,
radio stations these days.
KWLSradio.com.
There we go. Thank you
Let's
guys.
go.
Okay,
thank you.
Live
Thank
from
you
the
all.
lodge, baby.
See ya.